Hi, I'm Anita of my Juke and I podcast, and I hope everyone is having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. And I just want to thank you guys for always being there for Harry and Meghan, and you guys are just awesome. Um, I wouldn't want to be in any other fandom. Sussex Squad, you guys rock. People are talking about you guys. People are talking about how Meghan and Harry has this huge fan base, and I am so proud to be a part of it. I am so proud to be able to push back on all the negativity that is out there. I am a bona fide Sussex Squad, and I am proud of it. I've been there from day one, and I will always be in Harry and Meghan's corner. So, having said that, if you guys are watching this show for the first time, Sussex Squaddies, be sure to subscribe, like, and share, and hit the notification bell so when an episode comes out, you will be notified. Okay, so there is so much going on right now across the pond and with Harry and Meghan. And, I have a long weekend, and yesterday evening I decided to read up on what is happening out, out there with Harry and Meghan. And I was so happy. I was in such a good mood because I'm thinking about my 4-day weekend. And to my chagrin, I came across these 4 upcoming books out with excerpts about Harry and Meghan. 2 of the books is exclusively about Harry and Meghan, and 1 is about Camilla. I believe it was 1 written by Katie Nicholl, 1 written by Angela Levin about Camilla, and then the other one is written by by a London Times reporter, and I think that person's name is Valentine Low. So we're going to take each of the different books and sort of talk about the authors and what they're claiming, because I think it is all of the books are pure hogwash. So the first one is Katie Nicholl, and let me just tell you about Miss Katie Nicholl. She's been around for a long time. She's been on all the networks. She seems like she's like a rolling stone. She cannot stay any place, and you know what they say about a rolling stone, it doesn't collect any moss. So, and I guarantee you that Katie Nicholl thinks that she's one of the English roses that Harry should have picked as his wife. They're all jealous of Meghan because guess what? Harry chose Meghan and Meghan chose him, and not one of the so-called English roses that they said that Harry should have married. So they're bitter. They're bitter Bettys. Period. Done. So Katie Nicholl said that Harry, or she claimed, and I have to say claimed, that Harry wanted to resolve whatever the rift that he has within his family through a mediator. And apparently, upon hearing that, Prince Charles was bewildered by the idea of bringing an outsider to resolve their family issues. And she said that Camilla, while drinking her tea, she spluttered the tea back into the cup. So that is what she claimed. Now, I wonder who is telling Katie Nicholl all of that. It certainly did not come from Harry. It didn't come from Meghan, because Harry and Meghan would not stoop to Katie's level to discuss anything with her. So it must have come from the source itself, Camilla. And Camilla, I think she speaks to Katie Nicholl before she goes to bed and when she gets up in the morning. She has a vendetta with Meghan. Or that's the only way she can remove the spotlight from her and cast it on somebody else. She wants somebody else to be the villain because half of London doesn't like her, Miss Camilla, so-called Queen Consort. And I have other choice words for her, but I will get to that. So if Harry wanted to resolve the issues with his family and decided that a mediator would be the best person to do so, I think it's wonderful, and it shows maturity on Harry's part. What it shows is the childishness on Prince Charles and Camilla's side, that they are petty and childish, because Harry understands the role of a mediator. That is the reason why the royal family is so jacked up, because they cannot fathom that somebody else, a professional, can come in and help them to resolve problems. Apparently, it is not working for them because guess what? They are a hot mess, and the reason why they're a hot mess is because there's so many conflicts in that family, and that they do not have the means and ideas and tools to resolve their problems in that royal family. And that is the reason why these things have been going on and on. And here comes Harry, probably trying to save the day, if the story is true, and decide the best way to go about it is to get somebody that is neutral to help them overcome whatever the obstacles that they have with trying to resolve their problems in the royal family. Kudos to Harry for being so mature and having to school Camilla and his father, who is decades older than him. Don't get me started with these old farts living in some antiquated time, a mindset that is of a bygone era, and cannot see that a mediator is a person that is neutral, that comes in and sort of give everybody a way to air their grievances, to talk about what is bothering them, and give people turns to speak and to allow each other to hear what each other is saying. And they're scoffing and laughing at that. Bunch of fools. Let's see how long this monarchy lasts. Anyways, let's talk about Angela Levin, that old fart. And I'm not putting down older people because I'm no spring chicken myself. But they're older people and they're old farts. Angela Levin is an old fart. And I'm quite surprised that she gets airtime on television, because the woman is boring. She's barely awake. And she looks like a troll. And she's clearly jealous of Meghan. She's jealous of Meghan's youth. And she's jealous that Meghan nabbed a British gentleman. God knows if she has a husband. And if she does, he must look like a troll too. But anyways, this is what she said. She said that Camilla was giving advice to Meghan. And apparently Meghan ignored Camilla. And what I have to say is that Meghan had a damn right to ignore Camilla, because Camilla is internationally known as a home wrecker. Who would want to take advice from a woman that chased a man for all her life? Meghan is an accomplished actress. She came into the royal family with $5 million. She had a successful blog. She had a strong following on Instagram. She had lived 36 years ran quite a successful 36 years before coming into the royal family. She had no problems. So why would she take any advice from Camilla? Camilla pretty much has nothing to show for all her 70 plus years that she lived on this world other than she nabbed a married man. She destroyed a family. She took Diana's man from her. She took away Harry's father from him. And you want to tell me that you want to give advice to Meghan? And why should Meghan listen to you with that type of track record? These people must be out of their minds. So why would Meghan want to even listen to a woman like that? Girl, Angela, bye. Go and take a nap. You look tired. Now, let's talk about Valentine Low. What I believe is Valentine Low is a journalist for the London Times. And if the London Times is anything like the New York Times, they're supposed to be a credible publication. And Valentine Low right now is writing a smear campaign about Meghan and Harry solely based on hearsay and secondhand information. Now, you tell me, why would the London Times have somebody who is on a smear campaign to destroy somebody else's life representing their publication? Valentine Low is regurgitating the nonsense that came from the palace when Meghan and Harry was going to do their sit-down interview with Oprah Winfrey. And the palace was scared about what Meghan and Harry would have said to Oprah because they know they did wrong by Harry and Meghan. And they were shaking in their boots when they found out that the interview was going to come out. So they tried to get ahead of the story and put out all these lies about Meghan, about bullying and intimidation. And here comes Valentine trying to regurgitate that nonsense that came out of the palace. And what I believe that occurred in that palace is that they saw somebody like Meghan that was confident, intelligent, and knew what she was doing with a strong work ethic, and they got intimidated. That is exactly what happened. And you know what they say? When the fox couldn't get the grapes, guess what it said? It was sour. And that is what those bitter Bettys and the so-called palace sources saw in Meghan, and they decided that they were going to try to destroy her because they were purely jealous. Meghan came into that royal family, and I repeat again, established and successful and had a mind of her own. And they couldn't handle that. They were used to people saying, yes, ma'am, and yes, this, and always agreeing with them. And when they came across somebody that were confident and were successful and knew what they were about, they couldn't handle it. And they no longer had Harry to turn around and do whatever they wanted to do with him. So guess what? They decided to go on their smear campaign. That palace, I say, is leaky, it is dirty, and it's time to end that monarchy. The queen hasn't even been rotten as yet. And guess what they're doing? They're starting to rear their ugly heads. And if the queen was alive, they know they couldn't do that. They know they wouldn't be doing that because she would have called them in her office and had a few words with them. But guess what? They have their ugly Charles come as their leader, and definitely they know all of that is okay with Charles. So that's the reason why they're rearing their ugly heads again with that stupidness. But anyways, there is just around the corner. Soon they will be out of a job, and they will get online at the unemployment office just like a whole bunch of the haters that are in England. I know it's really bad out there. Everybody's suffering after this pandemic. But The fact of the matter is it really that bad for you to go after somebody's child, somebody's wife, somebody's mother like that, and try to ruin them and make them miserable? Meghan has left England for you all. She's left. She's back into the United States where she was born. She's now making a life for herself. Why can't you just let the girl live her life? That's what I'm saying. No, but these people, as I said, Meghan has always been their meal ticket. Katie Nicholl, Angela Levin, and now Valentine Low and all the other royal reporters out there. They are desperate and they're hungry. It's hard times in England right now, and they're all getting in line and trying to sell books to make money off of Meghan. It's really pitiful. And thank God that Harry and Meghan has left that dreadful place they call England, because it is a cesspool of hate starting from the very top. And I cannot wait for that monarchy to topple over. Their day is coming. It's just around the corner. Meghan and the rest of the world and the Sussex squad will have the last laugh. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like, so when another episode comes out, you will be the first to know, because I have a lot to say. I'm like Meghan right now. I have a lot to say until I don't have anything to say. Okay? Bye and take care.